CryptoBilis and Access Blockchain Malaysia. And our main sponsor is Poloniex and co-sponsored by YGG Gaming, Cool Wallet Pro, and Alchemist Miners. So we'll be giving out the Cool Wallet S worth 400 ringgit, as well as this crypto swag right here. Yeah, check out this Bitcoin cap, sponsored by CryptoBilis, of course. And all you need to do is type in some questions for our guests for today, and we'll choose our favorite question, and then you'll be able to walk away with either the Cool Wallet S or the crypto swag right there. Today we're actually here with Marish and Mo, who are the co-founders of Pentas.io.
Hi, Shahrizan.
Welcome.
Hello.
Just so you guys know, every time we got this show, the market moves. Okay, the first time we did the show, the market dumped. Second time it pumped. Third time was sideways. So, there might just be some movement today.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Good one. Yeah.
Hopefully it's a pump, right? We just had a dump recently, right?
Let's hope so,
okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are from Pentas.io. I know what that is, obviously, but there might be one or two people who have not heard of Pentas. So tell me, what is Pentas.io?
All right. You want to go or you want me to go?
You go ahead.
All right. Just a quick one. We are obviously known for our NFT marketplace.
Right.
But of course, when we say that, Pentas is actually a blockchain solution provider. So we provide more than just a marketplace. So we do smart contract for other people, token for other people. So basically anything that related on blockchain as a services, we provide that. So I believe that is enough for introduction for a bit. So that later on you probably can ask us a bit more further.
Okay, and NFT, right? You say that's one of the things you guys are known for, NFT marketplace. What is, I guess, a layman's way of explaining to someone what an NFT is? How would you explain it?
It's a digital thumbprint.
Okay.
It's a digital thumbprint. You have your thumbprint. So basically, it's a digital thumbprint. It's very unique.
Okay.
And it's digital.
Right.
So yeah.
So I guess some of the things that people, they say that why would I buy a digital thumbprint of an artwork, right? When I can just right-click save for free.
Oh,
why?
That is lovely. This is the part that if they understand, because I always use this example.
Right.
Before blockchain/NFT, we always talk about digital footprint.
Right.
All right. So when NFT are available to us, so we have something called digital thumbprint. Okay. So when you have something called digital thumbprint, it gives you a different values already.
Right.
It gives you a provenance. That means you can trace back where it origins and stuff like that. So let's go back to the right click and save.
Right.
Every Tom, Dick, Henry can right click and save. I probably can write down as many as I like about your IC number or your passport number.
Correct.
But end of the day, it's a Shah's number.
Right.
That's how NFT works. You see?
Right.
Whenever if you in possession of anything that is NFT, you can track the ownership, the provenance, and everything. So because of that, it gives you value. Despite of right click and save, I still know that it's belonging to you.
Right.
It's not to me. So that is, I think, what we have today is a real revolutionary in the sense that it's a mixture of digital footprint plus digital thumbprint.
Okay.
So that is, I would say, deadly combo.
Right. Is this a common questions that you guys get asked usually? Like,
Yeah,
I reckon
yes.
so. Yeah.
what is another common question or misconception that a lot of people have about NFT marketplace or maybe even Pentas?
It's always about the artwork. No,
Right.
NFT is just the technology.
Right.
NFT, we try to change our narrative also into NFT technology. It's a technology.
Right.
It's not, NFT doesn't mean artwork or digital artwork. No, you can use NFT for a lot of things.
Okay.
A lot tickets, even our IC is NFT.
Right.
I mean, as simple as our vehicle plate number registration.
Right.
I mean, there's no two identical registration numbers. So hypothetically speaking, just to give some context,
Right.
three of us can be driving a similar Ferrari,
Right.
same model,
Right.
but what's the difference?
Right.
These three. The only difference between these three is your registration number, my registration number, and his registration number.
Okay, so when are we going to drive our Ferraris?
But it could be sooner than we
Sooner
thought.
than we realize.
With Arvin is around. So,
Right, exactly, So you were mentioning something about Beyond Marketplace. Is that a project that you guys are currently working on?
Okay. like I mentioned, NFT is not limited to digital artwork.
Right.
So there will be a time. What I foresee, this is my personal opinion.
Right.
It will be technology will become a norm.
Okay.
Our movie tickets is NFT. Our concert tickets is NFT. Our membership card, bonus link card, real rewards, all those is going to use NFT technology, or the backbone technology is blockchain. So I believe in the future we don't even call it NFT. We are using it without knowing without calling it NFT.
Basically, by nature, I think by default, whatever that is deployed on anything related with the digital will be the underlying technology will be blockchain and NFT.
Right.
You know, because I think moving forward, when people already recognize the value of anything related with digital, you know, you want to put an identity on it, you know,
Right.
and it gives you security and identity as well. So, like Marish said, I think moving forward, probably maybe not as soon as 3 to 5 years down the road, but I'm not shocked it's like 8 to 10 years down the road. I mean, nobody will call it NFT anymore because there will be somewhat an understanding. Whatever that is deployed digitally will be deployed on NFT.
Right.
You know, underlying technology. You know, so things will change. I don't know. Probably it can happen sooner than we thought.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I guess one of the things that's related to NFTs is also, people always mention the metaverse, right? Facebook has changed its name to Meta. But you can see that there is some issues that's facing Facebook right now with, I think Mark Zuckerberg has lost quite a bit of his net worth. I think he's dropped from like number 3 to, I'm not quite sure what number he is right now. Decentraland, there was an article that came out saying that its valuation is 1.2 billion, but it's only got like a couple of, less than 50 users. So are we too early, so to speak? Do most people understand where do you think NFT and metaverse is going?
I think it's a bit of both, right? Yes and no.
Right.
Yes, in the sense that we are early because of adoption.
Right.
Let's look back at how internet was adopted.
Right.
Internet was rolled out late 70s, right? And then the first 1 billion, when I say 1 billion, that means 1 billion user of internet, only was achieved in 2005.
Right.
Right. So technically, the whole started off with Bitcoin. 2009, and now it's 2022, and then along the way come with a multiple smart contract, and that's a give birth of NFT and stuff like that. So I think we are pretty early, yes and no, in the sense that if we can reach that 1 billion user, which I think a long way to go, it is something relevant.
Right.
But back to whether are we too soon? And it becomes a chicken and egg issue, right?
Yes.
Right.
So you can always have one without the other, or because sometimes if you don't do this first,
Or don't
you
start, yeah.
don't start, you wouldn't be able to achieve whatever that you intend to achieve.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. And where do you see NFT? Do you think governments are starting to adopt this NFT technology? Because you mentioned it can be used for car plates and even IC and all of this, driver's license. Do you think this is where governments are moving towards?
I believe so. I mean, our authority, like Malaysia, we have our Bank Negara,
Right.
and then we have our Security Commission, and then also we have another government agency called Mampu, which I believe that not many people are familiar with. So there has been instrumental and catalyst behind the scene, but of course there are things sometimes when they do they cannot announce because things are not confirmed and stuff like that.
Right.
But on our stage, I think that with our prior engagement with them, I think they are doing what they can to facilitate. But probably, of course, managing expectation is another thing.
Right.
We probably expect them to do things a lot faster, a lot quicker, or a lot grandeur. But sometimes, when it comes to authority, when it comes
Policy.
to policy
Right.
making, it takes time, and you got to be careful.
Okay.
Because I believe they are doing something. Because recently when we attended with Meranti launching of the MyMos rebranding, they did announce the pillar
Right.
of the next big thing was blockchain.
Right.
And also our blockchain policy.
Yep.
They
So the government is trying to facilitate. It's just that again,
Blockchain is moving so fast.
Yeah,
Right.
It's too fast.
Right.
managing expectation of the players is another
Right.
thing. Yeah.
So it's around the corner, basically, is what you guys are saying.
I
yeah?
can say so. I can
Yeah.
say so. Yeah.
So if that's right now, what are your main business model? Is it mostly people selling art on your platform, digital art on your platform?
For NFT marketplace,
Right.
majority still that.
Okay.
But then recently we have interesting a group of a community that came on board. Which I
Okay.
think couple of days back, right? They are a group of gamers. A lot of people, I think, probably if you are gamers, you probably know this already.
Right.
I'm not a gamer,
Right.
So I just learned all these recent newfound facts that Malaysia is number 4th in Southeast Asia when
Okay.
it comes to gaming valuation of transaction and stuff.
Oh.
So we are quite huge.
Okay.
And then we are quite, I would say, instrumental in Asia as well. And the group of community called Ladyhood Community,
Okay.
they have over 80,000 communities, that kind of size. I'm not sure how big their community is, but it's quite a sizable community. They came on board on Pentas. So that sort of pivot with the original or the majority of people who trade mainly because of art plus utilities.
Right.
Which is when I say utilities, whoever that owns a particular collection have access to, let's say, merchant and stuff like that. But when this community came on board, it also activate a gaming side of NFT, you know.
Right.
So I think this is quite a good progress. It can also serve as a catalyst to
Adoption.
propel. Yep, adoption. That
as
is the
well.
main thing,
Yeah.
because we don't want only one specific community or / society only doing this. You know, like
Right.
Marish mentioned earlier, NFT is beyond arts.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
Okay. And I guess a lot of people who are listening to all of this, one of the things that people are wondering is that, okay, I hear about this NFT thing. How do I make money from it? Yeah, that's a lot of people ask, like, NFT, okay, but how? How does it happen?
Okay, let ask somebody
Yeah.
that used to make a lot of
Okay,
money from it.
let's hear it. Marish.
Okay. Nowadays, you have to treat because this is no longer I believe it was early last year, second quarter of last year, it was hype,
Right.
and every project suddenly went up like crazy. So nowadays, with the current market condition, even our macroeconomic, so it's pretty, how to say, it's pretty bad.
Right.
So to make money, you have to treat NFT project or as a brand, as a
Okay.
business.
Right.
Don't treat it as something. I can mint this artwork and sell. No, because you have to treat it as
Beyond a flipping tool.
beyond flipping.
Okay.
Like Mo mentioned, the utilities. The utilities is very important because this is quite interesting, right? We have kind of, I would say, kind of a revolutionary kind of brand.
Okay.
Suddenly, from NFT, we have all this Bored Ape, CryptoPunk. They suddenly become a big brand
Right.
with digital product. And now they are thinking, hey, how do we sustain this?
Right.
How do we want? We cannot be always inside this digital realm. So we need to create something that is sustainable. We need to create some business, real world business, real
Right.
life business. So suddenly in the past, I believe less than 2 years, we have thousands of NFT project that suddenly becomes a brand.
Okay.
So they made their names. They have brands. They have thousands of followers. Now they are thinking, what product should I tap into? Merchandise maybe, or a cafe, a restaurant, a chain of like I believe Bored Ape. There's one restaurant,
Right.
F&B restaurant that they run it. It's a how to say based on his particular NFT.
Right.
So that is a how to say, a paradigm shift. It's kind
Right.
of a shift from just selling a digital collectible. It becomes a brand for them. Now they have to do their homework in what kind of business they can build.
Okay.
Moving on or moving forward for sustainability. So
Okay.
it's kind of what we are seeing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to buy an NFT, right? I guess one of the concerns that someone might have is that a lot of NFTs, you buy it, loses 97, 98% of its value, right? So is that the kind of NFTs that you want to look for? Something that has got some kind of utility connected to it?
Yes, I would say yes, because let's talk about the most recent example, Logan Paul. Everybody knows this guy.
Right, yeah.
So he bought this one particular piece worth almost 600,000, if I'm not mistaken, 500 something, right? Or 600 plus. I couldn't recall what exactly.
Thousand.
And today, about $10 it worth.
Okay.
So that is a huge drawback and impact for a person, whoever. I mean, you can be a millionaire, but okay. So I don't know what was his motive when he bought that piece. I don't know. But then to answer your question is that I think right now it's not necessarily to buy things that are coupled with utility, but then if whatever that collectibles that you purchase are coming with or pair with utilities, that will give it more age and value added in the sense that, and you don't just buy it because with the intention of later on you wanted to flip, but you bought it as if like you bought an access. It's like you were subscribed to Netflix for the next 12 months. You subscribe to Astro for the next 12 months. This is amount that you pay to enjoy this kind of services that the utility provide.
Okay, so the Logan Paul NFT, what do you know the specifics of it? Because that's, why would someone pay that much for NFT?
At that point of time, I think the hype, it shows that he can pull it off. Azuki, I think, it was Azuki project. At that point of time, everything is so colorful. It's rainbow, and it's so beautiful, So you think that, I mean, all of us at some point, that's always saying that if you think you are a good trader, you cannot trade during the market that is vibrant. If you really have a diamond hand, and this is the time that you trade. So again, I don't know what was the motive behind it when he purchased. What was the decision making methodology that he used when he wanted to purchase that? But I believe when he did that, he have the strong conviction that whatever that he bought will give him something that is so valuable as other collectibles.
Do you feel that values of NFTs are directly correlated to the market? So that means that during a bull market, NFTs will be making money, and during like a not so great market right now, a lot of NFTs will lose value but come back later on?
Not necessarily. I think it's very important of who are the holders mainly. And also what kind of project that is. I'm not saying that market doesn't play a role. Probably a bit, but not as substantial. Especially if you are a well-established project.
Correct.
So let's look at BAYC. Yes, it has taken a substantial reduction of what it used to be, the value add, and what the value is right now. But if you average it out, if you came in a little bit early, you're still on the positive side. But I cannot say the same about other projects, you see. So end of the day, you see who owns it, who holds it. Like BYC is still owned by Paris Hilton,
Eminem,
all these big. I mean, of course, they did. The other day, I saw somebody tweet like, the value is a bit, it's already depreciated.
But it's still expensive.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Okay, so it's now not financial advice, of course, but it's now a good time to go looking for some NFTs during a bear market, you think? Certain brands?
Yes. But the thing about NFT is there's so many projects. You have to actually filter out which one the good one, the quality ones. That is difficult. That is the difficult part. So it can be good. It can be good because if let's say a project is really good, they are building during this how to say down market.
This bear market,
if they are building, if they are building in bear market, that means and if they can continue to sustain it until the bull market comes back,
Right.
then that would be good.
I mean, I
Right.
think the context is very much similar. So, assuming if you're a contractor, for example, right? So now it's bear market. So you want to build a building, right?
Right.
So it's better to start now because a bag
Raw
of cement,
material.
a bag of all this sand will
Right.
cost you a lot cheaper
Right.
compared when the market is thriving.
That's true.
You know, so that is the context. So if you are a creator, I couldn't find the best time for you to start.
Right.
Except now, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, some of the dangers, I guess, is when you're thinking of going into all of these investments, or I would say these are considered. Would you consider these exotic financial investments, or would you consider them more of like, and you're a collector? What is the correct way to look at it?
It can be two things. If
Okay.
you only look at from the perspective of digital art or
Right.
slash anything that we relate it with like an auction house of Christie or this
Sotheby's.
Sotheby,
Yeah.
probably. But again, if you are looking into an FT piece that give you a memorabilia or give you something extra, for example, like fan token. Let's talk about fan token.
Right.
I
A
think
lot
you
of
can
people-
share this miasat or post that
Yeah.
is memorable.
Yeah, yeah. So like we have a big of MNC that come in, you know, Post Malaysia recently
Right.
that come in. They do something that they haven't done before.
Okay.
They do their own collectibles, you know, and then when you purchase the set, they give you this. You're entitled for this NFT piece. So this is collectible in the sense that. Yeah, it's not like a fine art, but it's different kind of collectibles, like how people collect cards at one time, you know, how people have a baseball bat with
Right.
someone's signature on it and stuff like that, you know. So because you have to look at which angle that they're coming in from. Like for example, like fan token just now that I mentioned, right? A lot of people don't know that fan token transaction now superseded anything that is art related of NFT.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think by last week, I think it's already 90 billion worth of fan
Right.
token alone.
Right.
You know, so and I think the past 30 days of transaction, fan token has transacted more than non-fan token category when it comes to NFT.
Okay.
So you see, it's building up over there. Now, why people are buying fan token?
World Cup.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, last 2 months or 3 months before Barcelona started off kickstart their La Liga, they conduct an exhibition match in Japan.
Yeah.
That was the first time. You know what they did with that? They sold a ticket, NFT ticket for that exhibition match, and they collected almost 600,000 USD for that.
Right.
You know, why people buy? It's simple because it's an exhibition match.
Right.
It became one of a time thing.
Right.
You know, so these kind of people, they can relate. Probably you and me, we cannot relate. We are probably not a football fan.
Right.
We're not a Barcelona fan. But then if you are a friend, you are willing to pay for this because you know how to value this. You know, so there's a multiple perspective and angle when we come into this space. You need to know that what is one's appetite kind of the day. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you're saying there's a lot that the market for collectibles is slightly bigger than speculators at the moment.
Yep.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But of course, the one that made headlines, of course, always, yeah.
Right. Right. All the
Yes,
big
yes.
sales, right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
So there are lots of different platforms where NFTs are being traded on, Polygon, Binance Chain, and some other ones
Yeah,
as
the
well,
networks,
right?
yeah.
Does it affect your collection where it's being built on, or do all of them kind of have their pros and cons?
I mean, not necessarily because the context is just different. Everybody can have their own marketplace.
Right.
The only different, like for example, OpenSea. Let's talk about OpenSea. Yes, they have a marketplace. They are the first one, the most earliest one. They build on
Ethereum.
Ether, and then Polygon, and now Solana as well, right? Okay. So, for example, Pentas, we build on BNB, and later on we will integrate Tezos as well.
Right.
So, I think the only difference is just the network.
Right.
In terms of a crowd, of course, the crowd is their own preference. If you like to eat at this restaurant, you go to this restaurant. If you like to have a pao or dim sum, you go to a different restaurant.
Correct.
You know? But it doesn't bother them where does this restaurant located. Right? So it's something like that. You know, like us. You know, as long as you can make phone calls, it doesn't matter whether you're using Celcom or DG or whatnot. You know, as long as you can call out. So I think the choice of network is not as significant. It somehow influence give you effect, but it's not as impactful as how normally people think. Yeah.
Right. And so in Malaysia, Malaysian market is mainly where Pentas is operating, or are you guys expanding out of other markets as well?
I think this is the beautiful part, right?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
You have the data.
Yeah, because when we deployed Pentas, of course, 99% at that point of time was local traffic, right? And gradually, we're surprised that after I think about 4th or 5th month, we noticed something different.
Right.
That the Malaysian traffic gradually started to become small. Not small in the sense of numbers, but percentage.
Right.
That means the numbers is increasing up, but the percentage is going down. And then we look up further, and then we notice that second largest traffic after Malaysia is from the North America, US in particular.
Right.
And then we start to dig deeper, you know, and then we have our own top 10 rank of where the traffic came from. We have traffic from Australia, we have traffic from UK, from Ireland, from Singapore, from Indonesia. So when people ask the question of do we plan to expand, we are already everywhere technically.
Right.
It's just that, of course, since we are local born brand, we always been deemed as a Malaysian marketplace. Yes, we are proud Malaysian, but we are serving the world market.
Right.
So we can be here and serve someone is in South Africa, or we can be in Australia and still serve someone in Europe. You know, we are serving already international market. But just to answer your question, further, we plan to have our visibility, you know, more visible.
That local flavor, local taste. That's what unique about Pentas is that we have that local flavor, local taste, local flavor a bit to put to give us an edge compare so that we are going to move around Southeast Asia. I think the next
to be more visible so that people,
Indonesia.
Okay. What is a surprising collection that you guys found out? Wow, this thing really blew up. Is there any one that comes to mind?
Collection, right? You're talking about the whatever that been produced on Pentas?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot, bro.
Too many to think of.
I mean, I'm not an art person, you
Right.
know. So when I saw what kind of talent that we have, oh, that is mind blowing, man. I mean, even until today, I'm still surprised with whatever things that came across on our timeline, right?
The innovations, the idea, the creativity, it's just crazy.
Kudos to the creators. The community is super.
Okay.
You don't see this kind of innovations anywhere else. You see all this,
how fast they're moving.
How fast they're moving. The ideas.
Okay, awesome. Okay, we're going to be back. We're going to ask you guys some questions, put you in the hot seat, and see what's the answers that you're going to give. Everybody's going to ask for when to buy and when to sell. So think about how your technical analysis is going to be. But right now, we're actually going to take a break. We're going to listen to some messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back again right after that.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card, yet packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other DApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.
Welcome back to Crypto Goreng episode 4. So if you want to win the Cool Wallet S worth 400 ringgit, as well as this crypto swag right here, check out this Bitcoin cap from CryptoBilis. All you need to do is ask some questions in the comment box. We'll read your questions and then we'll choose our favorite question to walk away with one of these prizes. Okay, so we've already got a couple of questions for you guys to ask.
Cool.
Then the first question is, when Bitcoin 100K? No, I'm kidding. The question is, will Malaysian government accept legally to incorporate NFT for official purposes, perhaps embedding it in our identification card chip?
You want me to answer that?
Yes.
All right.
You're from the government, right? You can
Okay,
answer on the government's
first thing
behalf.
first,
Yes.
I'm answering this on behalf of Pentas point of view,
Right.
not as a government rep.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't work for the government.
Oh, you don't work for the government?
I gotta be clear
Oh,
about
man.
that.
Problem. Okay.
Okay, but I think we are not far off from that. Okay,
Right.
why I said so? Because we recently had an engagement with multiple government agencies at one go when it comes to blockchain related and stuff like that. So that is how we found out that a government at some stage, somewhat, they already deploy something on the back end of the government system.
Okay.
But how fast this is going to be deployed, I cannot answer that. But are we going to do that at some point in future? The answer is yes.
Right.
I mean, that is my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, not from the government, but likely. Especially if he's in the government one day, you never know, right? Okay. So this is another question, also related to, I guess, Malaysian government questions. All of you guys are. You guys maybe have this look that you've working with the government. You got some kind of inside scoop. You know what I mean? Okay. With current tax implementation in Malaysia, do we need to pay tax for the profits that we made from NFT?
They probably miss out Sekolah Crypto session.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
You want to answer that?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. It's simple. I think we all know that anything that is profitable is taxable.
Right.
You know, with the government allow for, currently we have a 4 digital exchanger, which is legally operating in Malaysia. So if that has been allowed, and moving forward, understandably, they will allow for you to trade as well, NFT related, NFT digital asset. When they allow you to do that, of course, they will tax you. I think last year there are one article in particular fluing around saying that government, not government, I mean LHDN in particular, are looking into this very detailed and how can they actually come in and tax whoever that are making profit from this.
Have they ever approached you guys?
We not us directly, but they recently have an engagement with one of the Pentas community. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is asked by Sunter Natarajan. If our IC, license, and other personal documents are in NFT, will ordinary people and our enforcement be able to adapt to this? Another government-related question law enforcement?
Again, have to be clear.
Yeah.
On this. We are not from the government.
Right, right.
But however, I think it can be done because
Okay.
when I say it can be done, it's not as complicated as what people always think.
Right.
The technology. It's just that you have another underlaying of a security measure, which is blockchain and NFT. And that's about it. In terms of course, when you want to be able to access for time being, you need to have your own Web3 wallet and so on. But gradually, this will be sorted out. So I give you, for example, right, if our driving license is being deployed on NFT, for example, I mean, you got stopped by any authority, they can scan almost immediately. They know whether it is counterfeit or real one.
Right.
So it solves a huge problem.
Right.
Mainly it's counterfeiting problem. So if this is solving government problem, I'm sure that they will find a way to implement it.
That's true. That's true. Yes. Okay, I've got another question, which is not government related. Finally. Okay, finally. All right. How is the best way to create your own NFT? Do you need to draw? Do you need to become an artist?
Not necessarily, because we've seen a lot of types of NFT is graphic design as just like a membership card. It can be anything that can be digitalized. I've seen membership card in a form of a 2D artwork.
Okay.
You can that can also be
What's
an
the concept?
NFT.
The big concept, remember?
Huh?
What's the big concept that they just printed the key as a pass?
Oh yeah, Coachella.
Okay, yeah.
Coachella. I think it's one of the major event concert. I think in US.
Okay.
So the NFT is just a drawing of a key.
Oh, okay.
You can check out Gary V first V Friends version.
Right.
That also is like a school kids drawing. Yeah, but anything.
I think there was an NFT of just like a rock, right?
Yeah.
At some point.
Invisible rock.
no. That was Ethereum rock. Yeah, it was
Right.
sold up to, I think it was like $200,000 US.
Right.
It's just a picture of a rock.
Right.
That's it.
Are we still in a phase where things like that could work, or have we matured past all of that?
We matured.
Right.
But I believe the market matured.
Okay, so no taking pictures of rocks and selling it at
I
the
mean,
moment.
we can do it. You can
Right.
try your luck.
You can mean anything. Yeah.
Okay. I think there's one guy who took selfies of himself.
Yeah.
Hanafi every
Ghazali,
day. Or what's his name?
Ghazali.
Ghazali every day.
Yeah.
Right. So selfies of yourself, it can be basically anything, right?
Yeah.
Anything.
Anything.
Man. That
You
is
have
the
a phone. Any picture you can you take from
Right.
your phone, you can.
Anything that is digital can be NFT. Simple
Correct.
as that.
Okay. But probably selfies of yourself. Why do you think that particular selfie of himself worked?
Mo has that story.
Okay, technically, he got lucky,
Okay.
because in doing so, I think 2 of Indonesian top influencers somewhat came across his selfie, and they tweeted and they TikTok that, I think. So, well, you know how big Indonesia population is with 270 million people.
Right.
You just need a handful of people to make it viral.
Right.
You know, end of the day, it's all about volume, and then when you have volume, eventually you will have value.
Right.
So that's what happened to him.
I see. Okay. Do you think that the his selfies had a particular look, like he's a particular look that actually helped him, or do you think that it was just because he was the first one to do it?
I think it's just one hit wonder.
One hit wonder.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. So probably no selfies for NFTs.
I mean, again, you can try, Shah.
You can try. Not me.
And then probably Marish will get a Siti Nurhaliza to tweet about you.
Okay, next one is, what will be the impact to crypto as the economy is not so great or is getting bad? Is it a good time to buy and hold? So this is not so much NFT, this is asking you guys to call the tops and bottoms lah, basically. Right? How is your technical analysis?
Oh, okay. It's not financial advice.
Right.
Yeah, the outlook, the economy is not really good right now.
Yeah.
So we don't know where the bottom is. We really don't. No one knows. we don't even know what's going to happen
We
in
don't
the
know how
next
low it
few.
can get.
How low? Because with the war, with everything, the inflations, the food supply, the oil prices is going up. So we really don't know what's going to happen. So I don't have any technical analysis for that. But one advice is to hold I believe cash,
Right.
because we don't know what's going to happen, and we can see that Bitcoin prices it moves how to say almost similar as US tech stocks.
Right.
So and you know what happened to all the stocks right now?
Right.
All went down. So yeah. I don't have.
And another mantra they say, when it's red, accumulate. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
again,
But
you know,
the problem is which one?
exactly. So we cannot give you guys the answer which one. But I think if you open up the chart, whichever that is top 5, I think you can evaluate on your on your own lah. Yeah.
But Bitcoin is a must hold.
Right.
That's
And one more, that is a must. And 99% of crypto are scam.
Right.
I need to put this out
Yes,
clearly.
yes.
Remember that, folks. 99% of cryptos are scam.
Right. So you're talking about all the other altcoins that are not in the top. What do you top?
We
50?
have over, as of now,
Right.
bro, we have more than 20,000
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and you've got cases like Celsius and Terra and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So just be careful, right? And don't be too greedy.
Yeah.
So somebody's asking, do you guys actually do classes on how to create NFT, how to market them, and how to own digital property in the metaverse?
You can ask the CEO of Pentas School.
Right.
We have a subsidiary of Pentas where we mainly do advocacy and trainings.
Okay.
Those are kind of like official trainings for blockchain, for metaverse, for NFT. But I believe the question is more towards like we do have our own community that create classes, trainings. One of them quite active is Sekolah Crypto. And then we have one more creator by the name of Abang Bruj. He does a lot of trainings. So you can check out Pentas community and just ask around. They will guide you to the right group of people who actually can train.
So Pentas community would be on your website, or how would they?
Mostly we are mainly on Twitter.
Twitter. Okay.
Twitter, yeah.
All right. Perfect.
But for the beginner, they can check out Pentas School.
Pentas
Our
School,
website
yeah.
of Pentas School, because we have uploaded a few previous clip that we talk about very basic and generic things about very much introduction knowledge. Yeah.
We do also have our YouTube. Our video.
Yep.
Okay. So check it out on YouTube. Go to the
Pentas
School.
Pentas
All right. Okay.
School,
Perfect. Okay. So An Balakrishnan is asking, what is the risk of NFTs and the future of NFTs? So I think we did touch on a little bit about earlier on, right? But I guess a summary of it would be
basically again, if you want to talk about NFT, you always have to look beyond arts. So if you understand that NFT if the understanding is that comprehension is that NFT is beyond digital art, then we also will understand that it's no longer about things that trading up and trading down. It's all about the underlying technology itself.
Right.
The one that we just said that's now, right? We can deploy on our license, you can deploy on our passport. So that carry a different sets of value.
Right.
The value probably not monetary, but equivalent to security.
Right.
So you want that. Yep.
Okay. So I'm not sure if this is a question or whether this is an insinuation, but it's saying fan token ahem. So I don't know whether you're talking about in like a OnlyFans kind of way. Are you creating your own token? Is that what it means?
Oh, okay.
Are you guys creating your own token?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, yeah. No.
Okay.
We cannot speak on behalf of what may come in future, but
Right.
for time being, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I hope that's what the question was about. Okay. Ika Nakamoto. What's up, Ika Nakamoto? He is the most famous anonymous crypto guy in Malaysia, I think.
Right.
Yeah, the
But I
most
like
famous
his name,
anonymous. Yes. Exactly. Saying thoughts on the SEC going after Yuga Labs, sirs.
All right, that is very much controversial, as much as
Okay.
what is going on with shenanigan has been a long story between XRP, which is Ripple,
Right.
with the SEC as well. I think somewhat this is bound to happen.
Okay.
In the sense that because the authorities, I mean, I'm talking when I say authorities, American authorities, US authorities, they got to show who's the boss.
Okay.
You know, yeah, they got to show who's the boss. You know, so end of the day, if they manage to convince you that you know who's the boss and this is the how much tax that you should be paid, I don't think they will have a problem. You know,
Right.
but then until that day come, but then I think I've forgotten who sued SEC last week. There's one entity because on the I think Michael Saylor, Grayscale.
Okay.
They sue SEC because under pretext of discriminating. You know, so I think we will see a tide shift soon, in the sense that when all this entity has a stronger conviction, I think you can see it, the tide will be turned. In the sense that they will be suing SEC, in the sense that limiting their businesses in that form.
Right. So what do you think of the SEC and trying to sue Ethereum since it's moved to proof of stake? You think?
Oh, that is
Right.
another interesting,
Right.
interesting drama. Well, to be honest, I don't know how this will go down.
Right.
But I'm sure one thing for sure, the foundation have a deep pocket.
Right.
I think they can pay the best lawyers.
Right.
You know, so I think they are willing to go on to take this battle as long as it takes. You know, so I think, to be honest, this is just a drama.
Right.
You know.
It is, I mean, a bit strange, I think, if the SEC is trying to sue a crypto, because it's like, if they say, okay, no, we're just gonna close our company, Ethereum is still gonna exist, right?
Precisely. Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to sue a gas or something. You know? Nothing is there, right?
I mean, they
or
can
sue
pull
the
off,
internet.
but they can pull off what they did with earlier that we mentioned about Tornado Cash.
Oh, right,
You know?
right.
They can pull that kind of off.
I guess
you know,
that's true.
that
That
kind
is
of
a
thing.
valid
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
correct? Yes. Okay, Richard Master is asking, I guess a question that we did talk about as well. What's the connection between NFTs and cryptocurrency? I guess it's a very basic question, but I think a lot of people who are not in the crypto space will not quite understand the connection.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
just a subcategory. You know,
Right.
you have the whole of the cryptocurrency, and then now the market 1 trillion as of yesterday. I think
Yeah, 1
collectively
trillion.
is 1 trillion, and then you have a piece of the cake of the
Right.
whole pie, which is NFT worth now I don't know, I couldn't recall how many, but as of May of this year, there are more than 50 billion has been sent to marketplace.
Right.
All right. So 15 billion compared to 1 trillion is a huge number.
Right.
You know, in terms of correlation, because when you talk about NFT marketplace, it deploys on crypto.
Right.
You mean you trade it
The
in cryptos,
purchase,
you know, like Pentas, for example. You know, we trade it in BNB. You know, so somewhat it does give an impact. If it's not big, it still have a significant impact in terms of how much one BNB value of that day.
Right.
You know, compared to last week, or what is going to be value a few months down the road.
Right.
Of course, it has somewhat an impact, but the significance, how significant it is, it depends on whether fluctuating of that network itself, the cryptocurrency itself.
Value.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the value of the NFT will be tied to the digital currency that it's operating on, the blockchain
Yes.
it's operating on.
Precisely,
Right.
yep.
Right. Okay. And an interesting question that Arvin is actually asking Ika Nakamoto. If you win, does that mean we get to find out who you actually are? So now we are motivated to give you one of these, like, exactly, just to find out it's worth it. The cap is worth it to find out, right? Okay, right. The other question we got here is, can central banks create more digital currency as they do in fiat currency? I think most currency is digital already,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
Our
already-
Touch and Go
Yeah.
wallet, our Grab Pay, all those are
CBDC,
digital.
I think I don't know, but I know that most bank, actually our central bank has been experimenting CBDC since 2 years ago. I don't know why this hasn't been announced
Right.
so publicly, but it came on I think only one or two news piece only
Okay.
that Malaysian Central Bank has been actually trying out CBDC.
Okay, why don't you explain what is CBDC?
Which
anyway?
is a digital currency that produced by the central bank. So basically, they are trying out. So it's like what Marish mentioned that our Grab Pay is technically something like that
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
You know, so
Centralized, but yes.
I don't see why this is not a thing going to happen. But having said that, since we knew already that they has been experimenting this 2 years ago, they probably somewhat have a conclusion already whether to roll this out or not to do it.
Right, right. Do you think that right now, I think even if like fractional reserve banking, most of the currency in your bank account, 90% of it
Numbers.
is not paper cash. It's just numbers only,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So it just makes sense to move to digital currency in
Yeah.
that way.
China
yeah.
is moving towards
Yeah.
digital currency.
Yuan,
So
yuan,
digital
yeah,
yuan.
yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I think the popular digital currency that is linked to fiat, it would be USDT and USDC, right?
BUSD as well.
BUSD as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
correct,
Binance,
correct.
yeah.
So these are all stable coins, right?
Yeah.
One of the fears that some people have on stable coins is what happened to UST, right? So do you think that if there were to be this digital currency, right, it cannot be an algorithmic type of stable currency?
course,
Like
of course.
it has to be backed by
Right.
physical cash, so to
Yep.
speak, physical cash.
Yep.
Yeah, is that how you guys think it should be?
At least that's how I think it should be.
Personally, yeah.
Because you need to give somewhat a security to it's a public fund.
Right.
You know, so you cannot take it for granted. You know,
Right.
you have to have somewhat accountability when talks
Correct.
about that.
Yeah.
So I think
Accountability, responsibility.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think compared to BUSD and USDT, I think BUSD has the most solid
Backing.
Yeah.
It has solid backing in the sense that
Both the monetary wise and also the security.
I see,
Yep.
I see. Okay. Are most, I would say, artwork or NFTs or stuff that you're operating on, do you make sales in stable coins, BUSD, or
Not on
not
Pentas.
Not really.
Not at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
We do think about it. We do give it a thought, but we'll see how. But
Yeah, but not at the moment. But we'll never say never.
correct.
right,
correct.
right, yeah.
Maybe it's good. Maybe, but we have to do a bit of research there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find that a lot of people, they perhaps find it easier to understand what a stable coin is compared to a cryptocurrency?
I think provided with a simple metaphor, I think they could have easily understand it. You know, as
Right.
long as you can explain to them it is pegged to or tied to a real USD pegged currency, then I think that's straightforward. I think the complication only comes later, like you give example of how USD was deployed.
Yeah.
Somewhat algorithm thing
Yeah.
related. You know, so that
Those are technical.
Yes,
It's
you
hard
know,
for people to understand.
you complicate things, you know, make it sound as if it was so tech savvy, but end of the day, there's no value behind it, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So there must be physical cash
I
in a
mean-
vault somewhere, right? At least under someone's mattress.
No, as
To
long
back it
as
up.
you have it the same value that you are offloading in your company account, then it's yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so we got a bunch of questions today.
Wow, okay.
Is there any particular one that you liked that perhaps we want to give the cool wallet S to worth 400 ringgit?
Wow, that is so cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can actually keep your private keys here, and You can charge it. There's a charging port here, and it's actually super cool. Yeah. So this is just a sample. This belongs to staff here, so I think they might actually have quite a bit of crypto on this. I don't know, but you'll get the one in the box. Okay, brand new one. Don't worry, we won't have your private keys.
Yeah.
Is there any particular question that you guys liked?
I don't know.
You get to choose. You get to choose more.
Okay, let me refresh your memory. Right, asking you all the government questions because obviously you are working in the government somehow. How do you create NFTs? This is a question that I kind of skipped, I guess, which is, which NFT right now is the most valuable in the current market? I'm not sure if that means
The
actual
price?
value or what is a valuable NFT in a bear market.
I think the number one in terms of in general still be AYC, right? Still
it's
number
still
one.
expensive.
Still number one.
Right.
And then in Pentas, we have stats. You can check it out. We have RCN. We have Bad Apes.
Okay.
Which is consistently has been there, right?
Delivering.
Yeah. So that's for Pentas. Yeah.
Okay. And would you want to look? I guess this would be considered the A plus or the triple A kind of NFTs. Would you be looking for like a triple A NFT during a bear market, or would you be looking for something that's a little bit maybe potential moon?
This is
This is very tricky because something that is potential in crypto space is difficult. It's really difficult. It's like finding a needle in haystack. It's
A lot of luck
really
involved.
I mean,
as
who
well,
would have
right?
thought that what happened to Luna happened?
Yeah.
Right?
Right. That's true.
I'm a bit conservative, so I like to play it safe. I look for something that is triple A.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
The so-called blue chip,
Yeah.
Blue chip.
Blue chip.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the other question. How do you draw or create NFTs? What is the should you buy and hold NFTs right now? Do you conduct classes? What is the risk of NFTs? The question about Yuga Labs. I think we got to give the cap to Ika. So Ika, you got the cap. Just to find out who you are. And Arvin is going to take a picture and we're going to share it. No, just joking. And also, what's the connection between NFTs and cryptocurrency, the central bank digital currency? Last one is, what about BTC prices will not follow? I think he means the S&P 500 market after this. US 500 market, so I assume he means the S&P 500. Do you think it is connected, or will it?
At the moment, yes. Until we hit that magic 1 billion number.
It's getting closer in the sense that the reason why that is logical is because for the past 1 year and a half or 2 years, you have seen something that is unprecedented in the sense that there are a lot of institutional adoption.
Okay.
So when that happened, when we talk about BlackRock, coming on board, JP Morgan Chase coming on board, So when this deep pocket that control the banking or / control the whole S&P 500 already have their hands on this.
Right.
So how far can you go?
Right.
So I guess the answer lays in that, when you have these boys dip their toes both in this stock market as well as the crypto that all this while that we're trying to move away from this. But end of the day, if you sell, then they're going to buy it. So,
I guess that's the plus and minus, right? For a long time, people were waiting for institutional money to come in. But when the institutional money comes in, then when the market crashes,
it follows.
It follows. Okay. So, any particular question that you like?
I think probably for that one, we give to the person who asked about all the government questions.
Yeah.
Okay, we got actually a couple of different government questions. Is it legal to incorporate NFT as hold on. The IC question. We got the question about the tax question, and also the putting it in our license and everything for enforcement.
Yeah, give it to that one.
The third one.
The third one. Okay, so this is Sunter Natarajan. You have won the Cool Wallet S.
Congrats.
Somebody will be in contact with you. Somebody
And
will
I'm so
contact
sorry
you.
for the other two. I don't mean to.
Yeah, so a lot of questions. So, putting them on the spot here. Yeah. And Ika Nakamoto, cap is yours, buddy. All right, so thank you so much for coming on the show.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Thank you, Shah.
Is there anything that you want to say to all our viewers before we end the show?
I guess thank you for supporting CryptoBilis.
Right.
And thank you for inviting us, Arvin and Shaz. Thank you for hosting. And stay tuned. NFT is beyond marketplace.
Right.
Check us out at pentas.io because we will be shaking and rocking the whole nation, and not just within our borders, but we have been moving around, and we will be probably leading in Southeast Asia when it comes to blockchain as a solution. So check us out. All
Awesome.
right? Yep.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll be back again for another episode next month. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys again later. Ciao.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card. It packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance, and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other DApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.